Howdy folks, Walter here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today we're going to do the next flight to the next Formula 1 track. Those of you who are following the channel know that we are following the Formula 1 calendar. This year in 2023 we take IFR flights in a regional type of aircraft from location to location, and then once we're at the location after the races happen in real life, we then do a VFR flight of the area and the circuit, and we talk about it a little bit, and then we fly to the next one, and on and on and on. Only two left though before summer break. We're doing the flight from Silverstone to Hungaroring, which is in Hungary, and then this weekend is the race there, and then next week, the following weekend, we go to Belgium, right, Spa, and then after that it's summer break. So two left, which is 4 flights, and then there's a little break. I was going to say something else. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. So this flight today, right, flying to Hungary. And then after the race in Hungary, I'll do my VFR flight, like I just said. And then, even though I just said there's Spa, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Spa until after I have some family stuff. Just, busy time of year as summer is 3/4 over. So this video you're watching, expect the Hungary VFR, and then you might not get Spa until a couple weeks after it's happened in real life. So good thing there's a summer break because I'm going to need it to keep up. So anyway, what are we doing? We are in the Cessna Citation Longitude again. I wanted to use a regional turboprop, but it would take 6 hours, whereas in this thing it's going to take just under 2. So that's why we're in it again. You'd think using the same airplane over and over and over would be exciting, because then I would know it really well. But you all know I'm not a huge jet fan. So if this were like like in X-Plane days, if this were the B1900D over and over and over, I'd love it, right? But being a jet, I like it, but I don't love it. But it's too far for a turboprop. That being said, I think the next 3 or 4 races we should be able to use a turboprop between circuits, I think. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, let's get going. First of all, let's come down here and turn on external power. No time like the present. Again, if you want to know exactly the names of the locations, check the description below, because I can't pronounce them, but I do write them out. I can just tell you we're going from Silverstone to Hungary, just outside of Budapest. That's what we're doing. I can tell you that much. Tail flood. Looking at my checklist. I have my checklist on the computer. I don't have them on paper anymore. Let's see. Turn all these on. I already did a few steps without looking. Yeah, make sure that parking brake is set. It is. Alrighty. Emergency lights arm. We're going to come up here, and I'm going to start saying more things in detail. Whoops. Not wing inspection, this thing. I'm going to start saying more things in detail. But any comments lately about not saying certain things as I do things? So when the same people watch, when the same like 60 to 65 people watch my videos every single time, I don't want it to get boring. But the channel is growing quite, well, not quickly, but it's growing steadily. So I do have new people all the time watching, and they're like, you didn't explain this. I'm thinking, well, because they did in the past 75 videos, but not everybody watches every video, which is why in my bush trip videos I talk about everything over and over and over. So I should probably start doing that here too. So panel of flights, we did that. Fuel and passengers. We're going to do fuel and passengers super fast. Let's see. Payload undefined. These are supposed to be passengers. What happened to the... What? How come it's broken? Everybody weighs 5 pounds. We're not going to touch fuel and passengers today. What happened there? I've flown this since the last AA update, right? Aircraft and avionics. Or avionics aircraft and avionics update. And I don't remember that being a problem. That being said, I could always take the 747 and 787 because those are now near study level, but then I have to learn them. And I'm not a tube liner type person, so we're not going to learn them. So forget the fuel and passengers. I think you can do it down here actually too, can't you? Is it in this one? I thought you could also do it here somewhere. I don't remember. Doesn't matter, does it? How can I not remember? Ooh, look at that. That's going to be fun. I don't know. I can't remember some of this stuff. I do this every time. I do the same thing in this plate every time. And every time I forget. Even though it's like every other weekend. Whatever. Alright, let's see. Batteries on. Let's come down here to turn on the batteries. If we can move in here. Let's see. Confirm generator switches on. Yep. They used to be, you have to turn those on, but ever since the previous aircraft and avionics update, a lot of this stuff is already on for you, which kind of bugs me. I like clicking stuff. APU start. Come down here. Oh, nope, this preset, please. Is this like the APU bleed is now always on for you? That never used to be the case. This will come up here. We just check things out while it's loading the APU at 37% and climbing. So let's zoom out. Here's our flight plan. I'm going to cross over back this way. And then we go from here to Hungary. It's this way, and then it's Netherlands, which is like right next to it. So anyway, very, very straight, not straight, and very, very straightforward. We're going to fly here and just do a nice left traffic pattern to land with ILS. So computers should take us all the way to the ground. This does not have auto land, but if you don't turn off autopilot, it will land you. It just smashes you too hard in the ground. But my point being, the computer should take us all the way to minimums. All you got to do is just hit the approach button at the right time. In fact, I don't know if we have to do that in this one. I can't remember. RNAV, you don't. RNAV, you just let it go and it lands. I mean, to minimums, sorry. Approach to minimums. ILS, we might have to hit the approach button. But once you're in the air, we just sit there and just play with buttons as ATC tells us what to do. Which is one reason why I'm not a huge IFR person. If you do it realistically, you just use autopilot the whole time. Some people like it, good for you. I'd prefer bush flying and GA where you got to watch out for obstacles and you're constantly fully engaged. Even with autopilot in most places you're fully engaged. So I'm not saying you're not engaged in a jet, but you can set it and forget it and just monitor the radio all the way there. Right? Don't lie. I can do that in this plane, and you can do that in the other ones too. Just hit autopilot if you set it up right, and you'll see that today too. Alrighty, so let's see what is next. APU has been long stabilized. Set up my primary multifunction displays. Already did that. Confirm APU bleed is normal. We already did that. Confirm APU generator is on, and again, already turned on for us. Half my checklist is obsolete because you don't need it anymore. Ever since 2 updates ago. Alright, external power can come off. Everything's still running. Gonna run APU power. Alright, cool. Alright, power levels to idle. Yes, they are. Fuel boost. Yeah, I guess you can call it fuel boost. Yeah, fuel boost. I just boost pumps, but fuel boost pumps on. Pulse light on because we're about to start our engines. And turn on the right engine. You come here and you hit run. And then you hit the starter. Just like that. You come up here and make sure N2 is rising. I've seen the N2 rising. There it goes. We'll let it get up to about, is it 59 or 69? I can't remember what it is. I think it's 59 to 61. But we're impatient. So we're going to come down here. We're going to start the other one. And then we'll watch them both. And through editing, you're going to see a little morph into stabilization. And there we go, morphing into stabilization at 60 this time. Okay, cool. That's between 59 and 61, depending on weather, perhaps. Alright, let's see here. Boost pumps can go back to normal. There we go. And APU generator can come off because we're not using that anymore. There we go. And we can turn the APU off. Auxiliary power unit is what that means. Icing is needed. I don't know what the OAT is. I keep looking for OAT. TCAS, ground speed, timer, and time. I swear there's OAT in this, and I can never find it. I know there is, because I do find it sometimes. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to come over here, and we're going to adjust our camera, because I don't have a preset for this. I should, though. And we're going to turn on all the icing stuff, just because I don't know what the weather's like. There we go. Alright, icing is needed. Done. Let's put the thing back in. There we go. What's next? Wind. It's already on this one after the update. ATIS and barometer. We'll hit B for the barometer, although they're going to tell us in a second. And let's get the warnings to stop flashing at us here. Yeah, I already told you the flight plan. I just showed it to you. Pretty straightforward, actually, very straightforward. And we'll load the procedure as we're getting instructions from ATC, providing we don't break ATC again. So here we go, ATIS, and then we'll go right into IFR clearance. So I've tried to look around the cockpit, make it look interesting, but about 2 minutes of radio. There's no ATIS, so not 2 minutes of radio. We're just going right into IFR clearance, right into IFR clearance. Only 1 minute of radio. Here we go.
Oxford approach, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 IFR to Ferenc, ready to copy.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is clear to Ferenc Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.475 squawk 071 tree. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 cleared to Ferenc Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure is 118.475 squawk 071 tree. Clearance void 30 minutes from now.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 read that correct. Good day.
Alrighty, pretty straightforward stuff. I love how the radio is staticky because we're so far away from them. Alright, so 9,000 feet they said. Got that. Flight director vertical speed. I'll go to VNAV once we take off though. Or once we, I just like to do vertical speed and then VNAV. Let's do it right now. That way it actually climbs faster. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way. That's how I do it. Nav set. Nav's already sitting on the FMS, so we'll literally just hit autopilot when I'm comfortable doing so. And then we just let it go all the way to minimums. Yep. It's that simple. But it's fun enough that I'm obviously doing it. So let's see here. What runway did they say to take off? I think it's the other one. I don't know. We'll find out in a second because we're going to tune in traffic. And we're going to announce taxi. That'll tell us which runway to use.
Echo Golf Bravo Tango Traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is taxiing to runway 27.
27, so that's the other direction. Alright, so first of all, we're going to do a few more things here. We are going to turn on all speed bugs, all on for takeoff, and then when the arrow will do landing, all speed bugs, if I remember. Let's see here, what else? Nav source did that, speed bugs, got the clearance, we already set up autopilot. So let's get ready to taxi. We're going to turn on all of our lights here. And we already announced our taxi and flaps down 1 notch. So here we go. Let's taxi to 27. We are going to, I don't know if this is a road or a taxiway. I doubt it's a taxiway. So we're going to go up here and then go to the end of the runway. Can I zoom out and then turn around? So back taxi. So parking brake off. And let's get out of here. Using our favorite taxi view. Watch out. Oh my. That's a lot of unwelcome traffic. We'll just go like this so we pretend we don't hit them. And it's sunrise, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. It was like 5:59 a.m. Oh, this is going to be, it's one of these airports where there is a taxiway here, but the sim doesn't put the pavement in, so whatever, it doesn't matter. I remember this from the last video. 5:59 a.m. local time. I set it to that. It's not that time in real life. The weather's real though, real world weather. I did turn off traffic, otherwise it's going to be so busy in Budapest, it's going to get kind of annoying. I love flying with real world traffic, but not at really big airports. It just gets to me after 20 minutes of non-stop radio traffic. But we will turn it on for smaller flights. Otherwise, what else? Let's see, just simple taxi. I do have a pretty huge channel update coming soon. I already recorded it, so I know it's coming soon, but I'm not going to have it go live until that's applicable. So make sure you're subscribed so you know when that channel update drops. I also have some pre-recorded Minecraft, I think. Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure I do. And I know a lot of you enjoy that too, which is awesome. Anyway, back to current time. So we're just going to taxi along. Let's just enjoy the views here while we can for a minute. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise right in front of us. And weather. It's going to be great flight. Such a great flight. Look at that wind. Man, it's going to be an interesting takeoff, isn't it? We've had worse. Alrighty, we'll get out here to the stop sign and then we will announce our departure. And we'll be on our way. We'll hand fly a little bit just to get back on track with the GPS, and then I'll engage autopilot sooner rather than later just to be realistic. Although my real life pilot friend, I have several, but the one who's flying the big jets to Europe every day and back, he hang on, let's get set up first and then I'll tell you my story here. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, yep, automatically. Standby power, where's that one again? Over here. Standby power, confirm flaps. They are trim right here, has to be in the green. I'll tell my story as I do this. So my real life pilot friend, when he was flying smaller regional airplanes, he said that he hand flew all the time, as much as possible. He only used autopilot when it was required. Let's start the timer now. No harm in that. Put the yoke back in. Correct. Yep. Is the other yoke in? I think it is. Okie dokie. And timer's running. No, it isn't. Why isn't the timer running? Why isn't the timer running? Start, please. There it goes. Alright, let's announce our departure to the southish, I guess.
Echo Golf Bravo Tango Traffic Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taking off runway 27 south departure.
Alrighty, this is a really short runway, so we need every centimeter that we can. So we're gonna do a spool up and do a turn and burn here. So here we go, spooling and turn and burn. I actually took off this. Okay, let's not do that much turn and burn. I actually took off this way, not being on the grass though. I gotta spool up again because I screwed that up. I actually did do a turn and burn in Long Beach, I guess, well, in 2005 when I was there with my wife. We did a turn and burn and it was weird. Why is the sim stalling? It was so weird to feel. Oh, it's this wind already? Oh my gosh. Oh, watch what happens when we take off. Hopefully I can keep it steady. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. Brakes to stop the wheels. Flaps coming up. Or gear coming up first. Flaps coming up next. Let's come down here and zoom this thing out. And, whoops. Let's turn around. And the trim is all messed up. Let's trim down a little bit here. There we go. Jeez. That was dramatic. At least that's the most drama as we're going to get in a sim, which you don't really want any drama on a flight, right? Anyway, enjoying the view. Incredible. The UK scenery in general is just some of the best scenery in the sim. Look at that. But I gotta keep an eye on our vitals. Keep our steep turn. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's look out this side into the clouds. Very cool. Nope, keep that turn, keep that climb. There we go. Let's look outside like this. Looks insane, doesn't it? Oh, that's amazing. Looks like we're going to crash, but we're not. We're doing everything perfectly fine. Just beautifully. I'm just going to get us back on track, and then once we're back on track, we'll engage autopilot. It's just when you use autopilot for this part of video, S-curve back and forth, and it gets kind of annoying. So we're just going to hand fly a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. We should probably tune in our next place. I was so excited to be doing this. I forgot to do the radio.
Center, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 is passing 7,900 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 London Center altimeter tree 0.0 tree. Continue to unbit as planned. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, still hand flying
Tango,
this.
Tango Tango 41 climb flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Whoops, I missed meeting up with our track here.
Tango 41 climb and maintain flight level tree 20.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 20 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty. Jeez. Okay, let's start climbing again. And we're always on the purple line, and once we are, we will... Oh, we are now. Okay, engage autopilot. There we go. Autopilot is engaged. And is it going to set us? What's it going to set us at? I think we have to do flight level change. Yeah. Flight level change. There we go. And come down here, and we'll do auto throttle. There we go. That'll keep us at the correct speed limit, which doesn't really matter now because we're above 10,000 feet. But it'll get us to 270 to climb. Yep. Okay, pretty smooth actually. That was not so bad on the hand flying. Hey, I'm pretty impressed with that. Alright, so we are getting back on track. We are climbing to 32,000 feet already. And autopilot is taking over with VNAV. And I'll just hit flight level change when we go from 32,000 feet to 41,000 feet, because that's what he told it to fly us at. So let's see here. Icing is needed, landing lights off at 10K. We're way past that. Well, how come taxi lights stayed on? I thought those turned off automatically. Standard barometer 18,000 feet and monitor things. So that's it. So normally what I do is we stick together until we're at cruise. But it'll be a while before we get to cruise. So let's just make sure everything is okay. And then we'll just go right into sightseeing, and then I'll see you in Hungary. It's going to be that quick. Let's go like that. I should declutter it too, whatever. Timer's going. Everything is fine. Checklist has been followed. Gears up, flaps are up, of course. I mean, we checked that already. VNAV is working. Flight level change is working. Auto throttle is working. Everything is working. How come I feel like this is in my way? Really? Has that yoke always been in my way for this preset? Huh, I thought I had my preset so that I could look over the yoke. That's kind of annoying. There, let's go like that maybe for my preset. Let me try this again. So there's this, there's standard, there's IFR. That's a little better. It's not centered or straight, but whatever. At least now I can see my stuff when I try to look at it. Weird, I don't know why I did that. Anywho, everything's good. I can't remember if I have... Do I have unlimited fuel turned on still? Whatever. Nope, it's going down. Okay, cool. Alrighty, that's it, right? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to manage things, keep an eye on things. Oh, standard barometer because we're over 18,000 feet. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to handle the radios and make sure things don't freeze, because sometimes the fuel freezes for some weird reason, and enjoy the sightseeing for a little bit, and then I'll see you when it's time to come down in Hungary. It's that simple. See you in a little bit. Oh, so we're at top of descent. 330 did it just tell me to do? 330, so I'm going to come down like this to 330 and hit flight level change. Bam. Something really cool is the auto throttles kept us up at our maximum speed, which is great because like the previous 5 flights in this thing, the speed would slowly get slower and slower and slower, and then if we weren't paying attention, it would stall at 40,000 feet. So I'd have to manually use throttle, but this time was perfectly fine. So I don't know what was different about this time, but something, I don't know, something kept it at full speed, which is great. Here we are, top of descent. That is over Bratislava, and that's where this is right here. Bratislava, and that lake you're looking at is, I can't see, Neusiedler Sea, something like that. Something like that. But anyway, so we're headed in now. So we're in Czech Republic. No, we're Slovakia. We just came from Czech Republic to Slovakia. We hit all the countries. It was amazing. We went to Belgium, Germany. We touched Czech Republic. We went to Austria, Slovakia, which is where we are now. And then this is Hungary here. This big lake looking thing is called the, no idea, Balaton, something like that. And then into Budapest. So top of descent has been reached. 4.5 minutes out, we should be getting instructions. I will engage the procedure once they give it to us, or once they get closer to this, because it'll move this around a little bit. That's one reason why I like to flight plan ahead of starting the flight, because then I know what it's going to be. It's also fun though too to not plan ahead and just set it to automatic, and then autopilot will give you instructions. Then you can go to procedure and select everything, like the transition and everything like that. So that's cool too. It doesn't work as well though as planning ahead, because when you plan ahead you can choose which approach you want. If you wait for them to give it to you with ATC, then it's often a bizarre approach, not necessarily the best one. So anyway, we're coming up on 33,000 feet already. My goodness. So what are we going to need to do here? Well, we will need to reset the barometer 18,000 feet. They'll give us the weather. Oh, here we go. What's up? 250
Descend
it
and
is.
maintain flight level 250.
So bring this down to
Tango, Tango, Tango
250 and hit flight level change again. And if you want to look at the flight plan and go to VNAV, it'll tell you descent. It'll hold us at 300 knots, which we're not even there. But then 250 at 10,000 feet, of course. Let's come over here while we're at it. And let's... Oh, come on. Is this frozen? There we go. Let's do speed bugs for landing. Turn them all on so we don't stall. Back to timers. It's been 1 hour and 32 minutes since we've started. Alrighty, we're gonna let autopilot bring us in and ATC tell us what to do, and let's just enjoy the scenery for a moment here, and we'll just discuss things as they happen. So gear down when it's time, flaps down when it's time, spoilers are auto armed. We might need to use them though during our descent. That's not unusual. Landing lights on at 10k, barometer reset at 18k, and speed bugs are already on. So a few things to do yet. A few things we can't do yet, and then we'll land. I'm just looking around, trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. Oh, like I said, once we get closer to this, I'll engage our approach. I mean, it looks like it's what we put in there, but you have to activate it. So, anywho, we'll see what happens with ILS, if we have to push approach for the ILS, or if it'll take over itself. I'm not sure. I haven't done it in a while. But anyway, let's keep descending, and we'll see what ATC tells us to do next here. Alright, we're heading in here, so let's activate our approach as we descend to flight level 190. This is what I put in here. Let's see if it's, yeah, ILS 31 right. Let's activate approach. And there we go. See, it adjusted a little bit, right? It brought us out a little further, which is what we want for the ILS. So I don't know what was in there, but this is what we want. Bam, bam, bam. So we're going to do a big, broad left traffic pattern. And we're going to let autopilot do pretty much all of it just before touchdown. So
Turtle Soup Tango Tango
just before
Tango,
minimums.
41 contact Budapest Center on
Alright, here we go.
120.375.
What does it want us to do now when we talk to Budapest Center?
120.375 for Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
And autopilot even slowed us down to 230. Isn't that nice? We don't need to worry about anything. Literally just set it and forget it. I mean, you have to keep stuff in what you're doing, but it's not that complicated at all. So it's fun to do sometimes. I know some people do flights like this every time. I would go crazy, but anyway. So everything is looking good. Speed is looking good. Auto throttle is doing its thing. Autopilot's doing its thing. I'm just going to keep monitoring things and waiting for instructions. We're heading down to 9,000 feet now, so let's turn on the landing lights. And with the barometer at 18,000, which will be any second here. Normally it would have given us the weather by now and or the ATIS. But we're just going to be on the keyboard. As soon as we get to 18,000, there's 18.2, 18.1, 18,000, and barometer. Bam, nothing changed. It's still 2,902. Okay. So land lights are on, speed bugs are on. Change the barometer. And now just get it out, and it flaps down. As long as we don't need the spoilers or need to rearm them. So, alright. Well, what are we at here? It says, how many minutes out? 5 minutes out until we make your U-turn. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what, not only the connection to the ILS, like transferring over to ILS, but our speed as well. Our speed, I mean, everything should be maintained until minimums. Auto throttle should contain the speed. If it's too fast, I'll take over. The descent will be taken by ILS. Localizer will be taken by autopilot as well. And we're just going to sit here and look around and enjoy the big cities as we fly over them. Isn't that just beautiful? Wow. That's crazy. And then the racetrack should be right here. Okay, so there's the airport, obviously. The racetrack is right here, maybe? Can't quite see it from here. But anyway, we'll be doing a VFR of the racetrack in the next video, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you know when that video drops. And we'll do a VFR of the area. So anyway, time to get down more, follow instructions more, and land on this runway here somehow. See you when we get more instructions.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41, you are 10 miles west. Descend and maintain 4,000
Here are our
feet.
instructions.
Not above 230 knots. Expect ILS runway. Tree 1 right approach via Attico transition. Clear to Attico.
Alrighty, are we going to be
Descend
able
and maintain 4,000
to
feet. Keep speed not above 230 knots. Expect
get
ILS
down fast
runway
enough?
Tree 1 right approach
I guess
via
we will.
Attico
I mean,
transition. Clear
we're
to
just-
Attico Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango
That's
41.
the thing with ATC and the sim is sometimes it sets you up for failure. Like how many times have we been at like 12,000 feet and it's like clear to land? You're like, what? Even though we follow their instructions. So you kind of have to still use your own head. I mean, in real life, if you have a reason, you can override ATC. So in the sim, we have lots of reasons to override ATC. The way we get around this is I'll just take over manually and hand fly it in, but I want to try to use ATC as long as we can. It being the barometer, there we go. But like I said, my real life pilot friend, when he flew regional jets, he would hand fly as much as he could. So I think it was 18,000 feet he was allowed to fly, hand fly, so we just hand flied him every time. So anyway, unless he was required, of course. So passing the airport now, we'll just keep on going here until we have to intervene, let's say that.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango.
Alright, now they
41.
want me down to 3,000 even though we never even hit the 4,000, so we might need to engage spoilers here. So spoilers is this one. Why do I have it left? It should be right. I don't know. We're going to engage spoilers so we can come down much faster because they need us down to 3. Oh my gosh. That's pretty wild. But we got to do it. I mean, they want us down at 3,000 feet now, so, and we're starting our turn. So, see what I mean? How like autopilot or ATC doesn't always help you the best way. Have to take matters into your own hands. Although this is pretty ridiculous right now, but I would personally just, well, yeah, throttle's already back, so never mind. I'll say I would do throttles back, but you can't. So there's 5,000. We'll get there. We're going to do the best we can. Then we'll get geared down as soon as we make this turn. Or as soon as they bring in spoilers, I should say. There's 5,000. We need to get down to 3,000.
Budapest Tower Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango, 4114 miles, southeast inbound ILS runway, tree 1 right approach.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 Budapest Tower. Altimeter tree 0.0 tree 1 tree 25 at 12. Cleared ILS runway tree 1 right approach.
Cleared ILS runway tree 1 right approach, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, I brought in spoilers. Gears down. First set of flaps down. Not sure why we don't have an ILS thing popping up here. Maybe we do. I'm gonna, oh yeah, we do. There's the diamond. So I'm gonna hit hit approach now. If you do it too soon, you won't intercept. If you do too late, you're screwed. So we should be good now. Just have to do flaps, do second set of flaps. I think we get 3 flaps in this, 3 flaps. So everything should work now, just until minimums, and then I'll take over. And then, yeah, we even have the auto throttle engaged. So our computer's still doing everything. It's making me a bit nervous. Makes me a bit nervous, especially with the auto throttle stuff. But we're going forward here. ILS, okay, it's been intercepted. It's following the localizer and ILS. Everything is great. Make sure the barometer's correct. Okay, it's just a matter of making sure we don't get too slow. Auto throttle should keep us from going too slow. That's the theory, is even if you're not using auto throttle, if you go too slow, auto throttle is supposed to engage and save your butt. It doesn't, I mean, it kind of works that way, but it's giving me problems. So, and I don't have a button on my yoke or anything to disengage auto throttle. I have to do it myself. So we'll do it in a second here. And then we'll do full flap in a second, and we have more than enough runway. So gears down, flaps are down, spoilers are auto-armed. We'll disengage autopilot and auto throttle in a moment. We probably should technically do it now, but I want to see how this goes. Again, this plane does not have auto land. It will land you in the sim. It'll just unrealistically slam you into the ground. But yeah, I could let this land us. An X-plane 10 or 11, it would take off again.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 right.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 right, Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Here we go. Disengage autopilot, disengage auto throttle, and we're on our own. Alright, here we go, comfortable in the chair, full flap. It's gonna float. And I probably could have railed out autopilot a little bit more, but I want to do this on my own a little bit here. So let me, there we go. My throttles weren't working because they were stuck in whatever mode or whatever position auto throttle used. Keep our speed up. I always go too slow. I always go way too slow in this airplane when I land. So, well, keep that speed up. I'd rather approach too quickly and hover and land long than land short. Oh boy, why is it doing the sim thing like this? Oh, why is it having such a hard time loading stuff? Again, it's not a frame rate issue. It's actually stopping. Alright, now that put us way too high. So I gotta come down. There we go. Pitch for speed, throttle for descent if we can. Let's get back on the glide slope. Even turn off extra traffic and stuff so we won't have to load all that stuff. Okay, now we're perfectly smooth. There we go. Now we're back to normal. So what we'll do is you do not land at idle like you do in a prop. You keep throttle, you keep thrust engaged until you're about to touch down, and then you bring it back. Then you engage reversers. In the sim, you cannot engage reversers until you've touched down solid. Then you can engage reversers. There we go, on the glide path. Whoa, got blown a little bit. There we go. Throttle's back, but not disengaged. We're gonna come in. There we go. Nice. And ground effects are ready. And land long, I don't care. Throttle's back now. There we go. Smooth. Reversers engaged. Nose wheel down gently. Let the auto spoilers do their thing. Use the brakes. And
Turtle Soup Tango Tango Tango
whoa.
41, turn next taxiway.
Auto throttles. Reversers disengaged. And there we go. And we're getting notes that we have our anti-icing and stuff on because we don't really need it. Flaps coming in. Spoilers should have put themselves in. No, they don't. I guess I have to do it. Do I? Nope, they're still out. Says they're in. Okay, so the animation has them out, but they're clearly in. That's weird. There we go. One of my best touchdowns in this thing ever. A little right of center, but I don't care. That's loud. I am turning next taxiway, mister. And we're going to stop a second until we get our instructions to where we're going. We have a few things to take care of.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 contact ground on 121.901.
Going to 121.9 1 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41. Budapest ground Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi to parking.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 for 1 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Bravo, cross runway 31 left Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Bravo, cross runway tree 1 left Bravo Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, we got directions to our parking. I stopped the clock. The flight was 1 hour and 51 minutes. I turned on way too many lights. There we go. And flaps are up, confirmed. Spoilers are in, confirmed, even though they're in on the animation. There we go. So we're going to take this in. What a great landing, great flight. I'm so happy with that. So happy with everything. I didn't like that I had a nosedive at the very end, but that's because ATC just didn't give us enough time to come down. They wanted us to come down way too much at the end, too much at once. So, anyway, that's what happens when you work with the sim ATC. But anyway, welcome to Budapest. The next video will be the Hungaroring, the race circuit, Formula 1, but I'm not even going to record that video until after the race. And then, like I said, Spa in Belgium, I might not get to the flight there, nor the VFR flight until well after the race, because there's some busy stuff I got going on. But anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll see it when you see it. So anyway, let's just finish this one up, live in the present here. Slow down, because no thrust at all. It's too fast. Enjoying the simple airport. Very simple airport. That's really cool. I'm glad I turned off real world traffic, at least for this flight, because the past couple flights, man, it has been so much radio traffic. It was giving me a headache. I don't know where they're having us go, but we'll keep following the taxi ribbon. It's ugly. I know there are mods for it, but I run mod free other than the gifted big radials aircraft. Everything I have is mod free as long as possible. So until they make the ribbon less nasty or have options in the sim, we just have to deal with it. But at least you know where we're going. Crossing the runway, making sure there's no inbound traffic, and there isn't. And I think, oh yeah, we're almost done because there's the square. So y'all just keep y'all with me here while we enjoy the European autogen over there. Very cool. Let's see here. Whoop, not too fast. Not too fast. Hard to control the speed in this thing. Even with everything at idle, it's crazy. A lot of speed to be gained. Alright, everybody. Here we go. Coming in. We have some very important people. Everyone weighs 5 pounds. I don't know. Maybe I brought a bunch of cats. Maybe I brought 12 cats with us. It'd be pretty small though. Even my tiniest cat is more than 5 pounds, I think. Kittens. We brought a whole litter of kittens. That's what we're doing today. VIK, very important kittens. Alrighty, let's do this here. The flag person is in the wrong spot. Do we even have a flag person? I don't even see a flag person. Is it over there? I don't see. Nope, we're just gonna. Oh, now it wants us to go right and then left. Whatever, we're just gonna hop in here till it turns green. Any second, there we go. Now we'll stop. Set the parking brake. Are we in enough? In enough. Alright, what do we do after we set? We did the icing. We did the parking brake. Oh, there's a flag person over there. We did the parking brake already. Let's turn off the icing for what we can. Wait a second, it was already off. See, it does its own weird thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. Icing is off. External power is on if available. It is. There we go. So we do not need the APU. All lights off except for the tail flood. Just so people know who we are. Engines can go to stop. Stop Roni. Things will start dinging at us. Flight saved in the corner. Then we do generators off and batteries off. Generator, if I can find the click spot, is off and batteries off, and everybody can get out at this point. And then once they're out, we turn off the tail flood and turn off external power, and then we're cold. So we hop outside, and then we do our outro. So hopefully you enjoyed the flight. Very smooth flight. Nothing weird happened except for we needed to expedite our descent. Other than that, it was fine. Landing was fantastic. Weather was great. We got to see clear skies and clouds and water and cities and mountains. We got to see it all. And like I said, the racetrack is over there a little bit, not too far away. So next video will be a VFR of the racetrack after the race has taken place. I'll try to get us to Spa on time, but no promises. That would be next week, at the end of the week. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the flight. Please subscribe, even if you normally don't do it, because why not? Hit the bell, whatever that thing is. And look for a huge channel update video. It's a short video. It's like 2 minutes, but what I have to say is huge. So subscribe just so you get to see that. And hit the like button, even if you normally don't do it. That way people will know we exist. And I totally screwed up my outro, so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead, and I'll see you at the track. See you in a couple days. See you then.